Hello everyone. So today we're on Unity and today we are building doors. Now a good door animation, you get a professional artist in and you do this, but to be honest I'm no good artist. What I'm looking for is just a very simple slide out the way, slide back in type door. That's what I'm going to show you how to do today. I've got my scene built, I have my first person controller, a bit of walls and a door. Right now, if I test it, it's the door, I walk up, nothing happens, I walk away, nothing happens, that's it. So, here is my physical door, it's just an object, nothing to see, moving right along. I have already added in a door trigger, which is just a large cube. Box collider, set to trigger mode, turned off the mesh renderer, so we don't see it. And this is what I'm going to be using. So let's just quick save. The door. Right. So first thing you need to do, get your physical door object and child it to the door trigger. That way when we prefab this whole thing, it'll be easier to work with. So door trigger is the parent, physical door is the child. Now, select the physical door, and we need to add some animations to it. So, go to Window, Animation. Not Animator, we'll come to that one later. Animation, this is the Unity Legacy Animation. So, here it is. Here's my door. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do the open door animation. So you click on the add keyframe. As soon as you do, it says, where do you want to save this animation? So animations directory, open door. Okay, that's my first stage. I then go to 2 seconds and I add a second keyframe. Notice nothing has appeared yet. I've actually added 2 keyframes that they don't show. As soon as I grab the object and translate it, we now have the 2 keyframes. So if I hit play, there it is. Object goes quite nicely. That's just what I wanted. So we'll stop this. And close. Now, you notice here Unity has added an animator component. I'm just going to right click and remove this. That way, when I select the physical door again, and I go to the animation, it's totally empty. And when I had the keyframe again, it says, oh, new animation. Animation called close door. This is a bit hacky, but it seems to be the best way to work this. Oops, I created it in the wrong directory. Come on, you move. Thank you. Right, anyway. Selecting my door. Add the keyframe. Move the door out, select 2 seconds, add a second keyframe, move the door back. So I hit the play, we have door closing beautifully. Excellent. Right, so close this, go back to the animator again, and just remove the component. So I've now got closed door, and whoops, open door. Now both of these I don't want them to loop, so I'm just going to take out the loop, close door, take out the loop, that's fine. Unity has automatically created an animation component which animator I think it is. Whatever, I don't want it. I'm just going to delete it out. Yep, no problem. And I'm going to create up my own animation controller, which I'm going to call door controller. So the door controller, this is the new mechanism. The open door, closed door are the old animations. You could have built this in Max, but I didn't. So double clicking on my door controller. Here it is. First thing I do, in comes the closed door. That's my default state. In comes the open door. So those are my two states. I need one parameter. I'm going to make it integer. I tried Boolean, it just doesn't seem to work, so integer it is. Open underscore please. Now this is very important. You need to make sure that this parameter you spell perfectly in uppercase, lowercase, because you'll be accessing this through the code. So, when open please gets set to 1, I want it to go from closed to open. So, right click, make a transition from closed to open, select the transition. I want this transition to trigger when open please equals 1. So when open please goes to 1, we open the door. And then I want to make a second transition from open to closed. I select that. I say I want that when open please equals 0. So when open please is 1, we open. When open please is 0, we close. Right, that's enough for mechanism. Next stage is we need a script. Back to our scene. This time I'm going to select the door trigger. Okay, because the script is going to be on the trigger itself. So, one trigger, add a component. Oh, hold that. Physical door doesn't have an animation yet. Right. Grab the animation controller and just drag it on. Nope. Okay. Right. Select physical door, add component, animator. The new thing. Alright, it wants the door controller. And there we are. Door controller is now on. Right, back to the door trigger. Add component, new script. I like C#, so C# it is. And I am going to call this door control. Okay, here's my door control. Just move it to scripts directory. Double click on it to edit. Up it comes. Thank you. Right. Okay. Two variables needed. A public game object, the door. Whoops. Remember, this is mounted on the trigger, not the physical door, so we need to tell it which door to open. And we need a private animator. Called the animator. Startup code. The animator is basically get the animator component on, whoops. Hang on a sec, let's make this nice and big so you can see it. Get the animator component on the physical door. Okay, and that was enough for us. Don't need the update, gonna delete that out. Void on trigger, enter. Collider other. Debug.log. Debug logs are always a good idea, just so you know what's going on. We have entered. Right, the animator dot set integer, double quotes, open underscore please to 1. Now, very important, this open please must be the same as mechanim. If it's not the same as the variable in mechanim, this is not going to work. Alright, so set the integer to 1. And then just going to copy paste this on trigger exit. And when I enter, it goes to 1. When I exit, it goes to 0. When I enter the door, we go to 1, the door opens. When I exit, it goes to 0, the door closes. Save. Right. Back over to our door trigger. Here's our door trigger. It's got its script attached. It needs the door. So take the physical object, hand it in. There we are. Okay, about time I did a save. Let's test. There's our door. It closes. We walk towards the door. On trigger enter, lights up. Whoops. Give me a second. Window, console. Let's just have the console up so you can see it. Right. When I walk near the door, on trigger enter goes, the door opens. The door stays open. If I walk away, on trigger exit, and the door closes. Enter, exit. Enter, walk through, exit, and it closes. Hey presto, we are basically now done. If I felt like it, let's do it. Okay, I could grab this whole door object, drag it down to prefabs. I now have a door prefab. Let's have another door prefab. And another door prefab. 3 doors. Start. You can see the doors closing. I walk up to the door. First door opens, the other doors don't do a thing. Walk up to the second door. Walk up to this third door. Walk away. And there you have it. Very simple little door. Now you could use exactly the same idea with a bit of work for, say, a lift. You could do a double door. You'd need probably 2 scripts to do this. But effectively, it's the same thing. Alright, so, doors. Done in Unity.